I'd like to call the meeting to order. Welcome to the March 2nd, 2017 Youth and Government Council meeting. Can I get a roll call?
All members of the council are present.
I'd like to start by rising for the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to introduce Council Member Schneider and former Mayor Marge Colapietro, and please meet me at the podium.
I thought Councilman Lee was doing everything. I'm not sure.
Whereas this evening in the city of Millbrae and the Millbrae Lines Youth in Government program observes its 57th year, and whereas as participants in the year 2017 Youth in Government program, we have benefited from the foresight, generosity, and the concern for the well-being of youth that the city of Millbrae has bestowed upon us. And whereas we enjoyed meeting with the city, Millbrae Council, and departmental staff and learning about the services and activities of the organization. Now, therefore, we take great pleasure in honoring the City Council and city staff of Millbrae.
Thank you. And then I think we take a picture.
At this time, we'd like to ask Lions Club member Stephen Luzaich to join our mayor at the podium for his presentation of certificates. Our certificates here, so if you'd like to call the students down.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Mayor. On behalf of the Lions Club and on behalf of the city as well, I'd like to commend each one of you for participating in this year's program. I have certificates for each of you and would like you to come up to the podium and accept your certificate. Our Mayor, Olena Du. Vice Mayor Zachary Zhu. Councilmember Arkin C. Councilmember Jake Johnson. And Councilmember Kaylee DeLuz. We have Tiffany Ng, who I believe is our finance person, and our city manager. Vivian Lee. Vivian is our Public Works Director. Kiana Chuk, our Fire Chief. And Wesley Luong, our Police Chief. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. All right. Now we will have the agenda overview by our city manager.
Mayors and members of the City Council, on your agenda this evening, you have oral reports, public communication, no existing business, new business, number 5, renovation and remodel of the skate park and all city parks. Number 6, installation of fiber optic network. Number 7, development of emergency evacuation plan during local emergency. Council comments.
Thank you. We have no oral reports this afternoon, and we have public communication, and this is basically for people who wish to comment on any item not appearing on the agenda. Fill out a speaker slip and turn it into the city clerk, and public communication is limited to no more than 30 minutes, with each speaker given no more than 3 minutes. If more than 10 speakers are present, speakers' time shall be reduced so that speakers have an equal time to speak. Opinions expressed may not be necessarily reflect on the opinion of the council members.
We have no slips for public communication at this time.
We have no existing business. And next on our agenda is the renovation and remodel of the skate park and all the city parks, presented by our Public Works Director.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council members. Today we would like the City Council to approve a recreation facility at the current Millbrae skate park location, which would include an arcade and bowling alley. The location is currently being used as a skate park, but should be used to provide a centralized space for teens to socialize. Having this recreation facility would not only help bring the youth in this community together, but also help provide jobs opportunities and help the city achieve its council goal in parks and recreation. The city would have to provide funds for developing this facility and its equipment, maintenance, staff, and utilities. However, some of the costs will be covered by the admission fee. One arcade machine would cost around $2,000 to $4,000 each, and one bowling lane costs around $13,000 to build. One option is to have the community be involved in making this decision by conducting a survey where school leadership classes and residents would be asked for their opinion, since a skate park is going to be taken away. The survey can either be online by having a document set out through email or on paper. Another option is to hold off on this project in order for funds to be gathered to build this facility. Now I will have the Finance Director talk to you about the fiscal impact.
We have $75,000 in the current budget for a survey for this project. If the council wishes to allocate more money, we will come back in the mid-year and make an adjustment.
Do we have any questions by the council? Councilmember Jake Johnson.
How large will the complex be?
Depending on the results we get from the survey and the budget approved by the city, we will be able to determine an accurate blueprint, including size and amenities.
Vice Mayor Shu.
Are we gonna have any other things besides just the bowling alley and the arcade?
In the survey, we can have options and have people pick the top 3 activities they would like to see in the facility.
Council Member C.
What will be the total cost of the whole facility?
We do not have this information right now, but when we conduct the survey, we will bring you the information.
Thanks.
Council Member DeLuz.
How do you plan to fund the maintenance of the bowling alley and other facilities every year?
We also don't have the specific details for this right now, but this evening we are asking for you to approve of the $75,000 for the survey, and this survey will answer your following questions.
Do you plan on doing any fundraising?
No, the city is not allowed to fundraise for this facility by our audit.
Are there any more questions? No, we're not motioning. We have one speaker slip from William Wells.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and council members. I'm William Wells, and I would like to start off by saying I'm disappointed with the operation and activities taking place at the skate park. It seems to me that the skate park has been a hub for juvenile delinquency, and furthermore, I ask the council to consider the cost of maintenance and liability associated with injury and vandalism. I believe the proposed idea will help reduce crime in the area and provide recreation to a wider range of Millbrae youth. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have a motion, please? We have a motion from Vice Mayor Shu and Council Member C. Your votes, please.
The motion to renovate and remodel the skate park and all city parks is unanimously approved.
The next item we have is the installation of the fiber optic network.
We have a recommendation to approve a joint effort with the County of San Mateo for a fiber optic network in the downtown area. Downtown Millbrae currently only has free Wi-Fi provided to small areas by only a few restaurants and shops. Having a fiber optic network with joint emergency communications attract more businesses and people, improve regional communications, and also help the city achieve its council goal of economic growth. An example would be to negotiate with the county for free use of Wi-Fi for 10 years. Afterwards, the city would continue to lay fiber when doing infrastructure renovation, and businesses in the downtown area would be charged a utility fee or give a small percentage of their profit to the city. Now I will have the finance director talk to you about the fiscal impact.
We don't have anything in the budget right now because there will be no fiscal impact in the first 10 years. However, I propose in the future that we set aside 2% of hotel and sale taxes to manage any future programs. Another option would be to charge for the use of the service or hire a higher consultant or firm to manage this process to see if we can adopt a community development fee. Your last option would be to have a ballot measure for the utility fees. This concludes my report.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the council? Vice Mayor Zach Shu.
So for the fiber optic network, how are you guys gonna place around the fibers or the Wi-Fi routers?
We are already laying fiber in the ground, and there are certain locations in the city that will be identified where the proper infrastructure will be placed.
Council Member C.
How reliable will the Wi-Fi be?
It will be a very reliable system because we are partnering with the county, which has had the system for a while without having any issues.
Council Member DeLuz.
Do you know any specific locations of where the routers will be placed?
We will bring the preliminary report to the council at the next meeting.
Councilmember Johnson.
How much will the routers or fibers be?
We do not have this kind of information right now.
What is the estimation of the customer increase?
When the county did this, there was a 20% increase.
Okay, thank you. Are there any more questions? Does any of them, one in the public, would you like to comment or do you guys have any questions? Okay. Can I have a motion? Looks like Councilmember Deleuze and Councilmember Shi has a motion. Your votes, please.
The motion to install the fiber optic network is unanimously approved.
Next in our agenda, we have the development of emergency evacuation plan during the local emergency presented by the fire and police chief.
Hello, mayors and city council members. My name is Wesley. I'm the police chief.
My name is Kiana, and I'm the fire chief.
Many homes in Millbrae are at risk of getting swept away by disasters such as flooding, landslides, or earthquakes. And many of the families living in these homes would not know what to do. But with the Community Emergency Response Team program, also known as CERT, it could teach the residents of Millbrae how to react during this time.
With the CERT program, we would inform students and adults on how to evacuate from these natural disasters. We will have assemblies at school, and we will also have the Millbrae Library Community Room to have these trainings.
We are asking you for $100,000, $50,000 to pay police officers training, and $50,000 to pay firefighters training. We are also open for volunteers to help teach the residents of Millbrae of what to do. And I thank you for your time.
Are there any questions from the council? Council Member C.
What if some of the public don't come to your classes?
If the public doesn't come, we will have these at the public schools and private schools in the county.
Madam Mayor, may I also state that I've been working with the police and fire chief, and they've requested that the information be posted to the city's website, our social media, and also through MCTV, so that will be another avenue to get the word out to the public.
Okay, thank you. Council Member Johnson.
Where would the firefighters be trained?
They'll be trained inside the fire department because they have a classroom where many other fire departments are regularly trained, learning new things and new rules about what to do and how to do to save people.
Councilmember Deleuze.
Would this be at all schools, including public and private?
This will be held in the all public and private schools around the county. In the county.
Vice Mayor Shu.
Will you guys supply us with like a map of emergency routes or something, or?
We do not have that information right now, but when we do, we'll post it on our social media and website, or we'll say it in our community meetings.
Cool.
I think the school and library are more targeted to children. How are you going to inform the adults?
We'll inform them through social medias, and we'll post it on our website, and we'll tell them how we have community meetings that will have trainers to train them.
Okay, thank you.
These will also be held in the evening, so there's less kids and more adults that can go.
Okay, thank you. Are there any motions? We have a motion from Councilmember C and a second from Councilmember Deleuze. Your votes, please.
The development of an emergency evacuation plan during a local emergency is passed by a vote of 3-2 with Vice Mayor Hsu and Councilmember Johnson dissenting.
Next on our agenda, we have council comments. Councilmember Johnson,
I have no comments.
Vice Mayor Hsu,
The 8th grade graduation's in like somewhere in June. I don't know the exact date. You guys should come and support. Thanks.
Councilmember Deleuze,
On March 25th, the Leos are going to have an event as a bike rodeo to promote safer bike transportation with free helmets and bike maintenance.
Councilmember C.
I have no comment.
The Taylor leadership is hosting we're doing a water awareness. We wanna like advertise and tell everyone to be aware of how much water you use and not to waste as a lot of water, because people have water, like some people in the Bay Area and other countries don't have enough water to drink. And we will have this in the middle of the March. The meeting is adjourned.